Thank you, Adiola, for that introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here from Lagos, Nigeria, so it's afternoon. And for wherever around the globe that you're joining us, you are welcome to this year's edition of the African Family Life Delegates Conference. Some time ago, at the Institute of Family Engineering and Development, where I am honored to serve as the Director of Studies, we looked across Africa to say what is happening. Is there anybody, any institution teaching family life science across Africa? And then how can we begin to come together as people who are interested in charting a new course for Africa using the family as the bedrock and as the production center? And sadly, we did not find any organization that was purely teaching African family life science. And even although that the United Nations has earmarked the 15th of May every year as the International Day of Families, we also did not see any constructive or progressive work being done across Africa to commemorate that day and to have real conversations like you and I are going to have today. And so, based on that, we created the African Family Life Delegate Conference, where we can come together not only as Nigerians, but across Africa to talk about topical issues that affect you and I, our families, and our society. Because we believe that the family is the production center of the society, and so everything stems from that family. So, welcome this year to African Family Life Delegate Conference. And I want to also recognize the efforts of the resilient members of the network of family systems engineering practitioners who are also co-hosting this event with us. This year's topic is a conversation we should all be having. I mean, just yesterday, I was about to book a flight for my husband to travel from Lagos to Enugu in the southeastern part of Nigeria. And as we were about to conclude that booking, someone sent us a message. Hey, there is no movement all across the southern eastern part of Nigeria for all the week. And we're like, what's happening? So that is the time that we are in right now. With the war happening in Ukraine, with the religion-based killings that we're seeing happening across different parts of Nigeria, and the post-COVID normal that is ridden with uncertainties and tension. Not even to mention the many cases of domestic violence, tribal feuds, and the rising case of personal internal disharmony that we face as human beings. Now is the time for a conversation like this. I was reading somewhere a material that was talking about the increasing disharmony we feel as human beings and even the disruptions and disputes that we are beginning to find in our homes, in our communities increasing, and linking it to all of this news and trends. To say that as people, we have subtly become conditioned to war. We've subtly become conditioned to disharmony. We've subtly become conditioned because everywhere you turn the radio, you go to social media, you're having a conversation with someone, it is war, 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 war. And so this is a time for us to come together to seek a collective and progressive approach to peace. There is no peace without family peace because the family is where progressive conflict resolution is learned. And this year, we're looking at the family as the pathway to global peace in the midst of chaos and disruptions. Family is where the human first experiences how to live peaceably with people with different personalities, people with different perceptions about life. About a week ago, our 16-year-old daughter called a family meeting. And as we sat together, we mediated a disagreement between her and her brother. And there in the family meeting, coincidentally, we had the grandparents, her grandfather from her father's side was in attendance, My mother, her grandmother from her maternal side were in attendance. And that was just a miniature picture of how families can raise people to have differences, but yet to coexist in harmony and in peace. So, what can we do to unite the North and the South? What strategies beyond mere talk can we come to today that can help us live together as humans created by God in spite of our religion, in spite of our tribe, in spite of our creed, and in spite of our social status? Everyone who promotes peace comes from a family. And even that man who is creating chaos, that man who is disrupting law and order, and that man who is not allowing people to coexist is also a product of the family. So today, I believe that we have amazing guest speakers, panelists, and we're just here with the sole purpose of doing justice to this one topic. How can we create a roadmap that can give us global peace, starting first from ourselves? With the seasoned professionals who will be leading conversations on how families can promote personal and global peace, I am hopeful that we'll be able to leave today's conference with simple systems and strategies that we can quickly begin to adapt in our homes, that we can take to our communities. And I am optimistic that what we are doing together today, the systems and strategies that will come out of this conference today, we can begin to infuse it into government to see policies that will impact the different spheres of influence in our society and across Africa to promote peace in our society. I want you to relax. We have brought great minds and thought leaders from across politics, from religion, from media, from arts and entertainment, and of course from the foundation of all of this, the Family Life Unit, to look at this monster that is threatening our peaceful coexistence, and not only to talk about them, because I pride myself to be a member of the institute that is organizing this conference, and I know that when we come together, we're looking at transformative solutions. We don't just want it to be mere talk, because you come to social media, everyone is saying something, but we're not seeing a roadmap, any document, or something that we can quickly begin to implement. And that's what we are hoping to do here today, to come up with a flow chart, come up with strategies that we can use to profess solutions that will be beneficial to us all. I invite you to sit back, but before we continue, I want to ask you a question. We're talking about family as the pathway to peace globally in spite of the chaos and disruptions. And I know that a good number of us here are either parents, caregivers, educators. We may not have a large population of children here. But I ask you to ask yourself, if this same topic was being treated in your home, if your children were gathered as we are gathered together with you, and we ask them one question, just to rate on a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 being the least existent, where 0 being the least existent, and 10 being absolutely in place, what would your children and members of your family say about strategies that you have in place at home to promote peace and coexistence? If somebody from your home was asked to rate the level of disharmony in your home on that same scale of 0 to 10, what will members of your family rate it? Are we going to see children, fathers, mothers, caregivers, house helps, domestic staff rate the level of peace in your home ranging from 7 to 10? Or will they truthfully and authentically rate the peace in your home ranging from 0 to 5? If we were to take that question home, what will be the answer? And if you can answer that for yourself, wherever you fall between 0 to 10, I invite you to sit back, listen to the rich and robust conversation we will have here, and please let it not just be yet another conference that you attend. I'm hoping, and all of us in the Institute are hoping, that you will take tips away from today that you begin to implement in your home, because we know there is no peaceful society without a peaceful home. And if each of our families can, because of this conference, move from the peace in our homes one, two, three steps higher, I'm convinced that the peace we will experience in Nigeria, in Africa, and globally as a people will increase, just because someone today will take that decision to go back home and implement the strategies we'll share. Once again, happy International Day of Families. Welcome to this year's African Family Life Delegate Conference. I declare, yes, we've declared the conference open, and I say, sit back, let's have a robust conversation and go back and change our homes one person at a time, one family at a time, and collectively as a people.